I came to Iceland on a budget. I did the research, I booked in advance, then my flight got diverted in a blizzard. I paid £140 just to get from the airport to the hotel. And the food, 4 times what I usually pay back home. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh my God, this is Iceland. Welcome. So is Iceland actually worth it? Let's find out. So I'm about to start boarding. I've never been to Iceland before. So heading over to Reykjavik, 3.5 hours flight. Probably gonna doze off, but I can't wait to get that first impression of what Iceland looks like. So I've been on the flight now for about 2 hours. So an hour away from landing, and there's just been an announcement that we are now doing a U-turn back to Gatwick Airport.
It might be that you get kept in Gatwick overnight and stay in a hotel at Gatwick, and then there will be a crew that will take you tomorrow. At this time, we don't know what the option would be. The only people that would know would be our disruption team. They are on the ground at Gatwick. We'll hopefully have an answer for you when we land and we open the door, and we'll speak to them and then give you the information from there.
I've never had this happen before, but it's because how unsafe it is to land in Keflavik Airport in Reykjavik right now, because there's a blizzard and the airport is shut. I was not expecting that. I mean, I know it's cold over there, I know it's snowy over there, but to have the entire airport shut, yikes. The panic on the flight right now, the anger, the frustration. Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I guess it's part of the experience, right? But it just kills some time. Well, I've only got 4 days booked for Reykjavik and for the Iceland tour. Just kills some time. I don't know when we'll take off again, so. If you're going through flight delays or cancellations, just like I'm facing right now, check out AirHelp. You could claim up to 600 euros in compensation in under 2 minutes. Just scan the QR code on the screen, just like I did. So a just under 3-hour flight to Reykjavik ends up being how long? 8 hours. Absolutely crazy. And so we didn't actually go back to Gatwick. What we did was actually landed in Inverness. So we came back in Scotland, landed, refueled, and then flew up again. So just landed, as you can see, I'm still in the plane, just about getting out.
Thank you.
Can't wait to get that first impression. Thank you very much. You take care, have a lovely evening. Bye bye. Oh wow, it's cold. It's cold. And you can see, so it was all this snow, this blizzard and snow that happened. I mean, they're clearing it up right now, but it's about -5 degrees here. But the air feels, oh my God, like you're in a freezer right now. It's so cool. First glimpses of Iceland, really cool. This is a huge airport. We've been walking 15, maybe 20 minutes, and I only just arrived at the section to collect the luggage. And hopefully it's a quick one. I don't expect an hour wait for our luggage. Well, 2 minutes, that's all it took. Just 2 minutes. Oh, very cold, very windy. Just popped out of the airport looking for a taxi. Good morning, everyone. I'm staying here at the Arctic Comfort Hotel, which is right behind me. And you can see complete blanket of snow here in Reykjavik. But before I head into the main town, the journey into the hotel last night was wonderful, though very expensive because our flight got delayed and so we missed our booked cab. I paid £140 just to get to the hotel from the airport. So this is an expensive country, albeit just from the taxi alone. And also, how cold? Is it as cold as people think? Well, I've dressed up, as you can see, in full-blown cold gear. Got my, whatever you call this, gloves, jumpers, jackets, boots as well. All the research that I did, price was the one that scared me most, like local food, anything from shops, almost quadruple the price of what you typically pay in the UK. So what I've done is I've actually packed a lot of packed lunch from home and brought it over. Had a wonderful lunch just before popping out. Mashed potatoes with chicken, grilled chicken, or sort of peeled up chicken in a pot. So really nice. So that's my advice to you. So if you're coming here in Reykjavik, you might want to be pre-planned and prepared, especially with food. So I'm going to take a local bus. You need to download an app for that. So I've downloaded an app for a local bus to be able to head over to the town, which is about 2.5 kilometers away. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Blanket of snow. I love this. Oh, this feels so good. Yoink, yoink. How often do you get to do that? So as you can see, I've arrived at the bus stop, which was about a 5-minute walk from the hotel. And there's an app, Clap ID, Clap It. You can see there, that's the app. And that's the ticket that I bought. So I bought a group ticket because I'm here with my missus. So not on my own. It should be about a 20-minute trip over to the church, which, by the way, I've tried a gazillion times trying to pronounce. So I leave it on you in terms of how to pronounce the name of this church when we get there. So I've jumped onto the number 2 bus, taking the public transport for the first time here in Iceland. This place is absolutely freezing cold, but it's so good. I mean, my fingers are almost like they're burning because that's how cold it is. Tingly feel. So after a 5-minute walk up, having got off the bus, a lovely bus ride, no more than 20 minutes. Really, really cool. I am standing right underneath the church, the Hallgrímskirkja Church. I mean, I can't pronounce the name. I've absolutely butchered that. I've listened to so many different people on YouTube try and pronounce that, and they've absolutely butchered the name. So my apologies to all Icelandic people if I can't pronounce the name, because I've tried many times and I just can't get it right. But it is on the screen right now, and you could have your attempt to try and pronounce the name itself. But right behind me is the beautiful church itself. It took 41 years to build this church. So very slow design architecture, but the flow of the sculpture itself, or the church itself, the design, it's lava flow. Iceland is a nation of ice and fire with a lot of volcanoes, and that design, having a lava themed design, it's really, really gorgeous. So I'm gonna pop inside to have a look at what the church is actually like. So that was a lovely visit inside the church itself. Now this stands around 74.5 meters. It's one of the tallest buildings in the entire nation. You can see it anywhere from around the city, which is lovely. But inside, I mean, that organ, the size of that, huge. Right next to the church is the Elna Johnson Sculpture Garden. It's free to enter, and just there is the Elna Johnson Museum, which does cost money, but the actual garden itself is free. And you'll be able to see some really, really lovely sculptures that were designed by Elna Johnson, one of Iceland's famous artists from back in those days. So his artwork's actually in the museum itself, but the sculptures, very lovely. So if you're coming towards the church, as you can see over there, why not just pop into the garden for a couple of minutes just to have a quick look, because Reykjavik itself doesn't have a lot to offer. So every little detail or every little thing you can see, it's always worth it, especially if you're on a walking tour here in Reykjavik. So now heading to one of the most Instagrammable spots here in Reykjavik. And that's the name of the street. Now if I try and attempt to pronounce it, I'm absolutely gonna butcher this crazy. So I'll let you have the attempt. And if you want to hear my attempt, here it goes. Skólavörðustígur, which I know is not how you pronounce it, because that's phonetically pronounced in English, and that's not how the Icelandic language works. I am going to ask a local how you pronounce that. Although I've heard it a couple of times online, trying to remember that, that's mission impossible right there. But I share it with you once I try and make a formal attempt at it. So this is a very, very popular street. It has all pretty much restaurants and souvenir shops, as well as the iconic view. So you can see just straight down there is the church we just come from. And here we come to the most famous spot here in Reykjavik. It's very pretty little buildings. I love them. When the weather's a bit better, this becomes the most Instagrammable spot here in Reykjavik. Oh, the snow coming down makes it really, really tricky and really chilly. Because the moment it starts snowing, oh my God, the fingers absolutely burn. So I popped into the Hard Rock Cafe, one word of advice when you're roaming around Reykjavik on a cold, freezing day, which most of the year it is, pop into cafes, restaurants, wherever you can to warm up. But why I chose Hard Rock Cafe is because A, it looks absolutely beautiful, but also you've got signed guitars from some of the rock stars, including Bon Jovi. Like, wow, this is Iceland. Wow, it looks absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Iceland just defined by snow. Ah, it feels so wonderful. Oh my God, I am sliding off the snow. You can't really tell which is up and which is down. And how much snow has fell in. I see my mouth now. Oh. But what an experience. I've never experienced this before. I know some of you watching may have gone to places like Switzerland, Norway, Finland, experienced snow quite regularly. But me, I've not experienced that. In London, rarely it comes through. So to get this feel, you feel quite privileged. And that right there is the Harpa Concert Hall. You can see the way the glasses are shaded in different colors is to reflect the sea, the sky, and all the different colors of Iceland, including the northern lights. Hence why you can see a bit of greenery there. So it's a lot of symbol around Icelandic color, Icelandic culture, design, but it's a lovely place with the sea just over there. You can't quite see it now because it's absolutely pelting it down with snow, but it's a lovely place. Just this place alone, and then over there on my left hand side, it's really open spaces. So the great thing around Reykjavik is the free roam. When you're just roaming around the city, there are really lovely spots, so you're not just spending time in one location. But the real question is Reykjavik actually worth it? Should you spend a whole day in Reykjavik, especially on your first day to Iceland? That I will answer at the end of the video. The sun right out on my face right now, it feels absolutely beautiful. Now I've asked a local person how to pronounce the name of that street, the Rainbow Street, Skólavörðustígur. I've got there in the end. Going from one person after another, trying to find an actual Icelandic person, popped into the Harpa Concert Hall and then asked the receptionist there, how do you actually pronounce it? And she said, Skólavörðustígur. So that's what it is. A famous street here in Reykjavik. So finally I got something right along those lines. Couldn't pronounce any other names. But where I'm heading now is the Sun Voyager, which is like a skeletal canoe boat looking, which is actually quite a symbolic architecture here in Reykjavik. So right over my shoulder there is the Sun Voyager. Now you can see it looks like a bit of a Viking ship, but actually it's not. This is a symbol of hope and exploration here in Iceland, and that itself is a very powerful message, the message of discovery. So for any of you wishing to come to Iceland and to discover Iceland, the Sun Voyager is a perfect spot to end your day, especially at sunset. Though I'm about 2-3 hours away from sunset, because tonight heading over to see the Northern Lights, and that's where I'll be wrapping up my first day here in Reykjavik. The whole day experience has been absolutely sensational here in Reykjavik, but to have a full day's experience, you need to wrap it up trying to attempt to see the Northern Lights. So my coach is above my shoulder, you can see right there, gonna hop on to try and see if we can spot the Northern Lights tonight, and that would round off a wonderful experience here in Reykjavik. So let's go. So you can see we've entered darkness here. So what we're doing is driving for about an hour until we can find a spot that has breaking clouds to potentially see the Northern Lights. Now there's no guarantee that that's going to be the case, but again, if luck is on your side, then we'll get to see them. We're here at a national park. It's pitch black once I leave this place because I've just come to find a bit of light so I can record this. So we'll be here for about 30-45 minutes trying to look for the clouds. There's breaking clouds, but what the cameras pick up and what the naked eye sees are very different things. So with the naked eye, we will see a slightly gray, thin line come up if we're lucky. But with the cameras, because they hold light for much longer, they're able to capture all the different colors. So that's the fascination in terms of how the eye sees one thing, but the cameras see something else. So northern lights through the naked eye, it takes the eye a bit of time to adjust. So we're going to be here for quite some time, having a look, and let's see how lucky we are today. If you're not, we will try to have a second attempt. And there you can see the northern lights. It's green. The faintest of light coming through. Waited about 20 minutes and you can see just sort of a semicircle coming, green. I mean, I can't move the camera too much, otherwise it gets a bit too fizzy. My settings on the camera are absolutely terrible, but hey, when I take pictures of it, it comes out really, really lovely. Yeah, you can see some of the shots that I've taken. The cameras did wonders and the photos came out absolutely wonderful. Just see the green light. Green meaning oxygen. The particles coming from the sun 150 million kilometers away. That's taken some time to travel. But when you are here in Iceland to begin your tour, you know, I've done a walking tour of Reykjavik itself. How would I rate it? And how expensive was the day? Well, the day I'll start off was quite expensive. So food-wise, if you are coming to Reykjavik or Iceland in general, yeah, pack some lunch with you, pack some dinner with you, because it's going to absolutely kill your pocket. So keep that in mind. But the day overall, it doesn't have many hot spots to see. So whichever parts you do see that I've shown you, they're mainly it. So as you're sort of planning your day, it is really lovely to end the day, to wind down the day, to see the northern lights. And that's why I would sort of rate it from a 6 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10 experience. But many people, as you know, come to Iceland to experience the Golden Circle, to see the Black Sand Beach, the volcano eruptions, all of those. So there are many other things you can do, and I'll try to do as many of them on my trip. I'm here for another couple of days. So make sure you hit that notification bell, subscribe to my channel. Next up is the Golden Circle. I'll see you on my next video. Next time here in Iceland, I tour the Golden Circle, where the earth becomes a kettle, a waterfall almost frozen, and stand inside a 6,000-year-old collapsed volcano. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss this jaw-dropping experience.